Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be the greatest day of your life. Ever feel like you're not doing enough? Like everyone else is winning and you're falling behind? Because if you do, I want you to know that you're not alone. A lot of us feel this way sometimes. But here's something important to remember. Success isn't just about having the most money, the biggest house, or the fanciest job title. Sometimes winning in life is about the small things that we often overlook. So if you're feeling a bit down and hard on yourself, today I'd like to help you put things into perspective by sharing some little signs that you might be doing better than you actually think. Let's jump in here. The first one, you're setting goals and meeting them. If you're watching this channel, you're setting goals and you're meeting them. That's what we do here, right? But the first sign you're doing better than you think in life is that actual fact, that you're setting goals and meeting them. And now these don't have to be big lofty goals like climbing Mount Everest or writing a best-selling novel. They could be just as simple as finishing a book, exercising, or learning to cook a new recipe. And the important thing here is not the size of the goal, but the fact that you're setting them and achieving them. You see, that shows you have ambition, you have determination, and follow through. And these are all signs you're doing pretty damn well in life. So the next time you tick something off your to-do list or reach a goal, take a moment to celebrate the win, because that means you're winning. A second clue that you're doing better than you think is the quality of your relationships. Now, I want you to think for one moment about the 5 people that you spend the majority of your time with. Now, are those relationships mostly positive? Do they make you feel loved and supported? Can you be yourself around friends and family? These are all signs of healthy relationships, and having them in your life is a pretty big deal. It means you connect with others, you have the ability to show empathy, to give and to receive love. And let's face it, that should be something every single one of us is guaranteed in life. But sadly, many people struggle with their relationships. Here's some examples. How about dysfunctional families, toxic partners, and fake-ass friends? You know what I mean? That's what some people wake up to every day. Count yourself fortunate if that's not the case. Or you're able to bounce back from setbacks. This is a huge one and something I've experienced personally time and time again. Life isn't always smooth sailing. We all face setbacks and disappointments, but it's how we handle those challenges that really defines our success in life. Not too long ago, Vandergraph Worldwide had a big government opportunity, and then we had lost the chance to actually take advantage of it, and it was a tough time. But instead of letting it get us down, we used that chance to reevaluate the opportunities we were exploring. We spent a few months learning new skills and networking with people in different industries, and eventually this led to a much bigger opportunity that we are much more passionate about. And the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to take a hit and keep going, is a sure sign that you are doing better than you think. And ultimately it shows resilience, determination, and a positive attitude. These are all winning attributes, and or you are taking care of your health. Now, if you're someone who prioritizes their health, whether it's eating well, exercising regularly, getting enough sleep, or taking time to relax and de-stress, then you're doing better than you think. Maintaining good health, as some people assume, isn't just preventing disease or living longer. It's also about improving the quality of your life. And if you're on top of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being, you're essentially investing in your future self. Now, I got quite a shock when I recently visited some extended family members after many years of not seeing them. And I see that they often eat takeout, they never exercise, and self-care, well, you can pretty much forget about that. It's quite a weird feeling, but on the other hand, I felt concern and pity for them. But you know what? I'm proud of myself and my family for valuing our health and doing what we can to stay active and fit. Because remember, your health is your true wealth. You can't buy health, I'm telling you, or you're learning to love and accept yourself. This one is very close to my heart. In a world that often pushes us to be perfect, learning to love and accept ourselves as we are can be a huge challenge. But it's also one of the most rewarding things we can do. Because you see, self-love and acceptance aren't about ignoring our flaws or pretending we're perfect. Instead, it's acknowledging our strengths and weaknesses, our victories and mistakes, and still choosing to love ourselves regardless. If you're on a journey of self-love and acceptance, I want to tell you right now, you are on the right track. It's not easy to counteract years of negative self-talk or societal pressures, but every small step you take towards loving yourself more is a big victory. Do you take time to engage in things that you love? This is something I personally found to be an absolute game changer in my life. In the hustle and bustle of life, it's so easy to get caught up in work, chores, and responsibilities, but taking time for things you love, whether it's painting, reading, or like our family, well, we get involved in the digital age and we play World of Warcraft as a family. And these are things that we love doing. So we make a conscious decision to allocate some time each week to sit at the kitchen table together as a family and play our game. And guess what? It works wonders. Not only does it help me feel more relaxed and happy, but our productivity at work also improves because we're sitting together, we have time to discuss opportunities, problems, issues, we know what we need to deal with regularly, and I love spending time with my family. And if you're making time for things you love, it means you're balancing your responsibilities with activities that bring joy and relaxation. And while this might not sound like a big deal, you're also valuing your mental health. And you know what? When you care for yourself and you value your mental health, it's incredibly important, especially in today's world, to manage your mental health and your mental well-being. Super huge, super important. If you're doing that, I'm proud of you. You're walking down the right path. Or you're not afraid to ask for help. Let's get real for a second, right? Life can be tough. It's complicated. It's unpredictable. And sometimes it's just downright hard, And in these moments, it's okay to ask for help. Contrary to what some might believe, asking for help does not make you weak or incompetent. In fact, it's a sign of strength and wisdom. It shows you know your limits, you understand that you don't have all the answers, and most importantly, you're brave enough to admit it. So if you've asked for help when you've needed it, whether it's from a friend, a family member, or maybe a coworker, please know that this is something that you should be proud of. Are you constantly learning and growing? Well, if you're watching this channel right now, you're already doing this, but I want to remind you that in our rapidly changing world, the ability to learn and adapt is more crucial than ever. Whether it's mastering a new skill for work, educating yourself about different cultures or perspectives, or simply picking up a new hobby, continuous learning shows you're proactive about your personal growth. And if you've been pushing your boundaries, learning new things, and stepping out of your comfort zone, rest assured that you're doing a good job. It means you're not content or stagnant. You're striving for growth, knowledge, and improvement. Your thirst for knowledge and willingness to embrace change are signs that you're doing better than you think. So you know what? Keep going. Don't stop. Read more, learn more, be more. That's what we're all about, right? Being as good as we can be and then being just a little bit better, right? Are you practicing gratitude? This one hits home for me. I've done quite a few videos on gratitude. And a few years ago, I started this simple habit every night before bed. I would write down 3 things I was grateful for that day, and some days it was as simple as having a good meal, a warm bed to lay down in, or a kind word from a friend. But this small act of practicing gratitude transformed my outlook on life. It made me more aware of the good things in my life, things that I often took for granted in the rush of daily life, right? So if you're practicing gratitude in your life, whether it's through journaling, meditation, or simply taking a moment each day to reflect on what you're thankful for, know that you're doing something great for your inner well-being. And again, you're taking care of your mental health. Now, are you trying to be kinder to yourself? I've done quite a few videos where, we talk about being better to yourself, treating yourself well, and the kindness that we show ourselves and how important it actually is. But here's some raw truth. We are often our own harshest critics. We berate ourselves for mistakes, dwell on our flaws, and set impossibly high standards. But if you're making an effort to break this cycle, to be kinder and gentler with yourself, you're already one step ahead of the game. You see, being kind to yourself means recognizing that you're human. And like all humans, you're not perfect. It means giving yourself the same compassion and understanding that you would give to any friend. And if you're doing this, even if it's a slow, difficult process, take a moment to appreciate that progress. This self-compassion is a testament to your emotional growth, and it's not something everyone is able to achieve. Keep that in mind. Or you're prioritizing your happiness. Lastly, and a bit more raw honesty at the end of our time together here today, many of us have been conditioned to believe that we need to achieve certain things, like a high-paying job or a picture-perfect relationship, to be happy. But I'm going to tell you right now, true happiness comes from within. All right? And it comes from doing the things that bring us joy, from spending time with the people we love, and living in line with our values. And if you're making choices that prioritize your happiness over social expectations and other people's opinions, you're doing something really powerful. You're choosing authenticity over approval. You're choosing your own path. So I want you to give yourself credit for this. Prioritizing your happiness is a brave choice, and it's proof that you're doing better in life than you think. Have I convinced you yet? Do you self-identify with any of the things that I've mentioned here? Because even if you self-identify with one of those things, you're walking down the right path. You're working towards being a better you and having a better life. And my friend, that means you're doing pretty darn well in life. Because do you know, the majority of people are not taking the actions you're taking. They're not attempting to improve the way you are. And they're not going to live the life that you're going to live. Keep that in mind. You're doing a great job. You know what? I care about you. I believe in you. And I know if anybody is worth it, you are. I'll be back tomorrow with some more great stuff to get you thinking and keep you moving. I hope I put a smile on your face today and a positive attitude in your mind. Think about how great you actually are, because you are truly amazing, one of a kind, unique, and I believe in you. I'll be back tomorrow, friends. Take care.